Welcome to Ride On Academia. Alright, we are still on our series on the subsidiary books, and today we are going to be looking at the returns outward journal. Okay. Yes, so we have dropped videos on the sales journal, purchases journal, as well as the returns inward journal. So if you've not watched them, you please do well to watch those videos. All right, now for the returns outward journal, the returns outward journal records the transactions, or it records the details of goods that were previously bought by the business. Okay, in this case the business bought these goods on credit from the creditor or the supplier, and then for some reason or the other the business had to return those goods back to the suppliers. All right, so in this case it is the business taking goods out. That's why it is called returns outward. The business is taking goods out. Okay, you can call it the returns outward journal or the purchases returns, because the goods were once purchased by the business, but for one reason or the other, maybe they were defects, maybe it was expired, the quality was lesser, or there are many reasons, or it was damaged while in transit. So for any of those reasons, the business can return those goods back to the supplier. We are going to be seeing how to enter in returns outward journal. We are still using the same format. Okay, so you just have to memorize this format: our date, our particular, our folio, details, and our total. Must also be conscious of our currency sign. All right, good. So we are going to be entering the following transaction in the returns outward day book. Returns outward day book of Joy Ventures. Okay, we'll be entering this transaction in the returns outward day book of Joy Ventures. All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing is to identify the owner of this account or of this journal, okay, which is Joy Ventures. So this is a returns outward journal. All right, we are set to go. We have that on the 5th of July 2016 we returned 2 bags of rice worth 15,000 naira to Mr. Jacob. All right, we returned 2 bags of rice worth 15,000 naira to Mr. Jacob. We had previously bought these bags or this product from that very supplier, and then for some reasons we are returning these goods back. So our date is on the 5th of July. Name of our supplier is Mr. Jacob. Okay, so we are returning 2 bags at 15,000 naira each. Okay, so our reference, which is our folio, our reference will be in our returns outward ledger. Okay, it means after we are through with the journal, we make transfers from our subsidiary books, we make transfers to our ledger. All right, so from our returns outward journal we'll be making transfers to our returns outward ledger. It is also called our purchases returns ledger. So our folio will be returns outward ledger, or you can also call it your purchases returns ledger, your PRL. All right, so 2 bags, our details quickly will be 2 times 15,000 naira. Since no discount was given, we bring in our amount here. Right, we'll be having 30,000 naira. All right, so we're closing this for the first supplier. Now for the next supplier, we have that on the 14th of the same July 2016 we returned 3 packets of tea worth 250 naira each to Best Deal. All right, so on that date is on the 14th of July The name of our supplier here is our Best Deal. So we returned 3 packets of tea. Our folio still remain our purchases, returns, ledger. Alright, so for our details, we'll be having, since it's at 250 for one, okay, that's each one is 250. So for our details, we'll be having 3 times 215 naira. Alright, and this will be giving us 750 naira. Good. So we'll be having 715 naira. Alright, so that was all the returns that was made. So at the end of the month, alright, usually subsidiary books are balanced monthly, and then the balances are transferred to the ledger. Okay, so at the end of the month of July, we'll be balancing this, we'll be extracting our total balance for our returns. So when you add it, we'll be having 30,750 naira. Good. At the end of the month, we have 31st of July. So we'll be transferring this amount to our purchases, returns, ledger. Alright, so we'll be transferring So we're going to be transferring this amount to the purchases, returns, ledger. So with this information, we've come to the end of our returns outward journal. Don't forget to like our videos, subscribe if you haven't, and share this video with as many as possible. We'll see you in our next class. Thank you.